right, what is up, guys? Welcome back to this episode of the Road to Redemption podcast. I am, as always, your grateful host, Cam Williamson. Great to be back with you. Today, we're talking about standing on business, baby. Standing on business. It's a thing that I've had a problem with my whole life, to be honest with you. I'm always willing to stand on business, which is, if I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. And it's not a threat. And this usually comes in when you're trying to protect people. I will show up here. I will call this person. I will do this thing. I will make sure that you're good. And sometimes you can stand on business so hard that you cross boundaries, you cross lines, you do these over dramatic is probably a fair word to use. Highly emotional things that oftentimes don't make people feel, I'm finding, protected, loved, or safe. Because when you are willing to cross lines, right or wrong, that they are not, you're making them uncomfortable. So you're not making them feel safe because they don't understand the way of thinking, which is, I'm just trying to take care of you no matter what it takes. Some people, especially people that are used to taking care of themselves, being left alone to deal with most of life's problems, showing up in a very dramatic, cinematic way is almost intimidating in a scary way for them. A lot of guys especially, we like to think, oh, I showed up. I fixed the problem. Therefore, I'm this white knight or whatever. It's like, no, not really. Oftentimes, we're being possessive, whether she likes that or not, in other aspects of life. Or I'm jealous, I'm scared, I'm angry. There's all these other emotions that come in that is not the primal need to protect. Which is there. When you find your people, your kids, your person romantically that you really care about, your family, there are some people that you're willing to lose life and limb for. So going to different levels is not that crazy, especially for guys. We'll do anything to protect the people we love. Anything. People like me, I'll do anything in the world to keep authorities out of the situation, police. If you don't have to go to the hospital, it's going to be a long trip if you do. I like to try to keep shit in-house as much as possible, but you can't always do that. And sometimes, this is one of the toughest lessons I'm learning right now, which is sometimes you have to let people make their own mistakes. You have to, and it might be a pessimistic way of thinking, but you have to watch the boat burn. Because they're going to make the decisions they want to make either way. Either way, you're not going to stop anyone from doing something they truly want to do. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't want to. If you find that, and people have done this with me a lot in my life, where they go, the trajectory you're on is not something I can be a part of. I can't watch it. I can't support it. I can't. You have every right to go, I have a line here. And once you cross that line, or once you haven't put any effort into this by this date, hey, I'm gone. I'm gone. That's hard. That's really hard because you can look at a situation that you invested a lot of time and energy into and go, I'm done. And yeah, it's going to be weird because I have invested so much into this that now walking away feels like that's a waste of time. But that's a different way to stand on business, which is you can stand on business by being like, here are my boundaries. Here's what I need emotionally. Here's what I need physically. Here's what I need our relationship dynamic to look like. And if we can't figure that out, unless this is your kids, obviously, if we can't figure that out, then, maybe this isn't the thing. Maybe it's just not the thing right now. And those are hard conversations to have. But I can tell you, like, storming in and trying to be someone's Superman when they don't want you to be. And this is for my kids too. I do this all the time where I probably embarrass my kids when we're out in public because I'm always like, watch your head, be careful, don't do that. And they're probably like, Dad, let me play. Like, let me chill, you know? But I'm always trying to protect someone. Always trying to protect someone. And that has probably caused more issues in my relationship than anything else in my life. Is I probably go above and beyond, not in a good way, with protection. We have to think everything out. We have to talk everything out. I need to know that. Because if not, there's a gap where something could go wrong. Not cheating. You want to go cheat? Go. I'm not stopping you from that. I'm talking actual safety. Someone shooting up our kid's school. Something happening at your work. You getting in a car accident. Like, who knows nowadays? But that's the way my brain works. Which is like, again, it's not in an obsessive way. It's just like, I expect communication. I expect you to be an adult and like be up before noon every single day. Or, you know, there's certain things where at the age of 32, I can't put up with that shit. That's why I don't understand people my age that date people that are like 22, 23. Like, dude, what the fuck are you guys talking about? She's hungover from the night before and gonna sleep until noon when she gets up for algebra 1 or algebra 4 in fucking college or whatever. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And I've never understood that kind of shit. Never. Yeah, man. I don't want to stretch this out any more than it has to be. As you guys can probably tell, I got my teeth done and I'm still learning how to talk with it. I'm doing better the more I talk. But it's a transition for sure. Yeah, things have been all right. Working a lot. Working all the time. I'm trying to really do better with content. It's tough. I just don't have time. When I'm not working, I'm with my kids, and I'm trying to be better about like being more consistent in every aspect with my kids. And it's hard because it requires a lot of my time. And time as an adult is something that we don't really have. We have to work, we have to make money, we have to do all these things, and we have to still go to the grocery store and pay the bills and be an active and engaged parent. And especially if you have multiple kids. I have 2 in 2 different states. So it's like I'm juggling a lot right now. This is, when you guys see this, you know that I finally have time to myself. I usually get 1 day a week now where it's just me. At night, I usually work during the day, and then at night, I get to just chill, which is nice. Yeah, trying to play some golf this weekend. My car is getting fucking worked on. That sucks. If you guys want to hear, you probably don't want to hear about that. I don't even want to hear about that again. We went back and forth. First thing, it was supposed to be relatively simple, fine. Then all of a sudden, the car that I have has like the most specific parts in the entire world on it, and even like the make of car that it is, the dealerships don't even fuck with it. So it's like I've got this little shop that's really good at what they do. They're willing to work on the car and work and find the parts and shit like that. But it went from like being reasonably priced to being out of this fucking world. And then luckily, a family friend of mine stepped in and kind of helped out and got it back down to a reasonable price, and everything is being fixed on the car. So it's interesting. I'm getting to drive one of my dream cars right now, though. That's nice. Well, currently driving 2 of them. That's nice. Yeah, I love you guys. I hope everything's going okay. I'm tired, man. Last night was the first night I've slept for like 7 hours in months. I woke up this morning, I was like, wow, it's 6:30 in the morning. I didn't wake up at 1. I was exhausted yesterday in a way I cannot even explain to you. I think I worked all day yesterday in just this autopilot mode of like, huh? What? Do what? Huh? And then when I got off work, I had my daughter. So it was like, all right, I still got to be engaged, play with her.